Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be going over how to price your products the right way so that way you can make a profit. I see so many business owners are out here just blindly pricing their products, not having any thought process behind it, and wondering why they're not able to cover their expenses at the end of the month. And also too, the most important thing is not making a profit. With pricing your products the right way, it is a bit of a formula that you do need to go by just to make sure that you're incorporating everything that you need to make sure that you are properly pricing your products, so that way all of your overhead, including you paying yourself, is included in the pricing. So that is what we're going to be going over today. If this is something that you are interested in, then make sure that you keep on watching. But first, if you have not already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also turn your post notification bell on so you won't miss when I upload. But without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. Okay, so before we dive straight into the pricing, I just want to get into some fundamental things on just why it is important for you to price your products correctly the first time around. So I'm sure every business owner that is watching this video, we want to be in business long term. We want to be able to pay ourselves a good amount of a salary. We want to quit our 9-to-5 jobs and do our businesses full time. We also want to be able to hire employees, be able to expand our businesses, buy warehouses, travel the world, do whatever it is, and whatever your goals are in your business. What it boils down to, you can have the prettiest website, you can have as many as customers as you possibly can, but if you are not pricing your products the right way, what you are going to find is that you're going to be spending more money than you are making. And in the long run, not only is it going to burn you out, but you're going to be out of business. So that is why it is super important for you to price your products the correct way, which I'm going to break down to you on how you can, and just give you two different methods on how to incorporate your profit into your pricing, so that way it's not too much of a expense to your customer, and just to make sure that everything is included, so that way you're not getting bit on the back end. So there are some things on which you should not be doing when you are pricing your products. So the first thing is pricing blindly. What that means is you get a product, you're excited, you're ready to launch it, and you just put it on the website. You throw a price on there that you think is, of value, and you put it on there hoping that people, spend the money and pay for it. Do not do this, because what you will find is if you're doing that, you can either be underpricing or overpricing it, especially if you're not doing market research. You just want to make sure that you are putting a bit of a thought in it, doing this formula that I'm going to be sharing with you guys into your pricing strategy, just to make sure that everything is, one, priced correctly, but two, you're covering your expenses and your back end, so that way you're actually making money in your business and it's not hurting you. The second thing that you should not be doing when pricing your products is not knowing how much it costs to make your products or to produce your products. If you're someone who has a vendor and you're ordering it from a manufacturer, you need to know each and every cost that goes into your product pricing, from the label to the bubble mailer to if you're gonna have shipping included or not. All of those factors matter, like even down to, you say for example you have a vendor and you're paying for your supplies, that shipping fee that needs to be included in the pricing, and I'm going to show you guys how to break it down. But first, I'm just going to give you an example of what this could look like for you if you are improperly pricing your products. Okay, so let's say for example you sell lace glue and you have it on your website right now for $15, and you have free shipping on all of your orders, no minimum. So what this is going to look like, okay, you have the $15. Say customer spends the $15, you receive your Shopify notification that you just received a new order, and you get $15, right? Okay, so if you have not this is what it looks like if you have not followed the strategy that I'm going to give to you today. You have fees, right? So if you're not incorporating that into your pricing, this is what it's going to look like. So you have $15, boom, right? Minus the $4 from you get the product from China, minus the 80 cents for the label, minus the $1.25 for that custom bubble mailer, because you want your logo on your bubble mailers and you want everybody to know your brand and to have it branded, which is nothing wrong with that, but we're going to continue. And then you have that 50-cent thank you card because you did buy it in a bulk. So, you know, dividing it by the bulk for just one, it does come up to 50 cents. And then $6 on average for ground shipping if you're going to be shipping through USPS. And that's just the basics, okay? So all of that totaled, you're only going to be seeing a $2.45 profit. Now, if that's what the profit you want to make, I mean, by all means, sis, do you. But I want the girlies who are watching this channel to be making money, and not only be making money, be able to quit their jobs, to be able to pay themselves a high amount of a salary, to be able to hire employees when you need to, just to really expand and thrive in your business. And even though when you are selling your products, it goes by the volume and not the, you know, usually the profit will be lower, but you're going to go by the volume amount. $2.45, child. If I'm trying to pay myself $100,000 a year, $2.45, I'm going to have to sell a lot of products in order to, you know, get to the point where I'm able to make the profit amount to be able to pay myself that amount of money. So the first step into pricing your products is to know your cost of goods. And when I say you need to know every single thing that is going into this product, you need to know every single thing and write it down, whether you write it in your phone or with a pen and paper. I would highly suggest with pen and paper first, so that way you will have, when you write it down, you're able to remember it more likely. So you want to make sure that you are including your vendor's costs, or if you're someone who makes your products like myself, you want to make sure that you're including everything that goes into making that product into the cost. So for this example, I said we're going to still use the lace glue. So I'm going to be getting 25 count of lace glue from a Chinese vendor. They're going to be charging me $125. But on top of that, they're also going to be charging me $35 for shipping. So all together, the $125 plus the $35 in shipping, that comes up to $160. Now, how we get the total amount of how much it costs per one, we're going to take this $160 and divide it by the 25 pieces that I'm getting all together. So when you divide 160 with 25, the cost of goods is $6.40, y'all. So once we have figured out our total cost of goods, we now need to move on to the second step, which is to add in those extras. Extras are going to include like your labels, your thank you cards, your bubble mailers, the little cute little crunchy papers that you want to add in there, a sticker if you want to add that. Everything needs to be factored into this price, y'all. So what this looks like on here, so for a label, because I'm going to be getting my labels from Avery, if I'm getting it in bulk, breaking it down to how much it's going to cost per one, it's going to be 80 cents. I'm going to add that into the price. For a bubble mailer, if I'm going on Amazon.com and I'm going to get the bubble mailers that are a pack of 25 and it's only like $13 or so, something like that, between $13 and $19, I'm going to average that out to be 25 cents, right? Thank you cards, I'm buying it in bulk, so per one, that's going to be 50 cents. If you are using Shopify or any type of platform, most likely you're going to be charged a credit card fee and an additional, like, whatever change they do to collect the customer's credit card information. So for Shopify, if you have the basic plan, they, on top of each transaction that you have with them, they're going to charge you, not the customer, they're going to charge you 2.9% plus 30 cents on each and every sale that you get. So okay, so what that's going to look like, breaking down all of this put together. So adding up the labels, the bubble mailer, thank you card, plus this 30 cents, that equals up to $1.85, y'all. Plus, we're going to add in our cost of good, which is the total amount to make one product, which was the $6.40 that we got on the previous page. And then once we come up with that, that is going to be $8.25, y'all. So how we're going to make sure that we include this 2.9% in each and every sale just to include it into the price, so that way once somebody purchases, it's already taken care of. We don't have to worry about it. Is we're going to times it by we're going to times the $8.25 by the 2.9%, so that way we can figure out what this percentage is. So once I did it in my calculator, the 2.9% from this $8.25 is 24 cents. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add this $8.25 with this 24 cents, and then that's going to bring us our overall total with the extras, which is $8.49, y'all. This up so y'all can see. $8.49. This is how much it cost us overall to produce our product. That is to get our goods from our vendor, or for making it ourselves, on top of all the extras that we're going to be including the label, the bubble mailer, the thank you cards, and that transaction fee. Everything is included in this price. So when you are pricing your products, this is why it is so important to make sure that you are incorporating all of those fees, because if you do not incorporate those in your fees, you're thinking, oh, I done made $15. No, you have not made $15. You still gotta put back into your business. You have to reinvest that money back into your business. On top of it, that you still have to pay for labels, you still have to pay for bubble mailers, thank you cards, and whatever else you're going to be including into your packaging. It's going to be coming from somewhere. It's going to be coming out of your profit. So why not add that into your pricing ahead of time on the back end, so that way it's not coming from your profit. Okay, so for the final step is to add your profit. Now you can go about this two ways. You can either add your own profit in, so if you want to make $5, $10, whatever you want to make on top of that $8.49, you can definitely do that. Or if you're someone like, girl, I don't really know how much I want to profit, I just, you know what I'm saying, I just want to make a couple extra dollars, you feel me? What you can do is you can just take that $8.49 and times it by 2.5, and that way you will have more than enough of a cushion to be able to pay for the product. You want to make sure that you're paying for the product at least 2.5 times. Is basically what that is. So if you needed to, you'll be able to pay for the product, and you'll be able to, you know, just reinvest that money if you needed to and take home of it. So for this example that I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to be going with the taking just the 2.5 and timesing it. So if I take that $8.49 and times it by 2.5, I am going to get $21.22. In my calculator, it was like $21.225, so I just put $21.22. With this number, it does give me a profit of $13.50. So anytime a number comes out like that, I never really put it on the website like that, just because it is a method to it. So with marketing, just to make things more pleasant for the customer's eye, and I really have seen that, like, especially on my website, it does help with conversion rate. So if, say for example, you have a number like this and it ends in like a 22, so if you if you round this number up to, like, say you wanted to do like 21.97 or 21.99 or 21.95, a customer with research shows is that a customer will be more prone to buy it at that price point versus it just looking like this, because they can see this like, oh, that might be too much money. But $21.99, $21.97, even though it seems like it's a higher price, it has shown, and I've tested it on my website, and it is true that they will be more inclined to buy it when those end numbers are either a 9 or a 7. So for this example, we're going to change the price. We're going to round it up to $21.99. And with that, like I said, with this price, the $21.99, that's going to give us a $13.50 profit. Way more than the $2 and some change that we had earlier. But I'm going to show you what you can do, and this is just going to be a bonus tip, especially if you have stuck with me to the end, on what this will look like for you if you wanted to make a certain amount of money and profit every single month in your business. Okay, so say, for example, we wanted to make $1,000 each and every month, right? And we already know from our example that with the $21.99, we're going to be making a $13.50 profit. And just for you guys, so you can see, so you won't be confused, I'm going to do the $21.99 divided by the $8.49, how much our product costs in total. It gives us $13.50. So we want to know what we got to do to get this $1,000 in profit each and every month, right? So what we're going to do in our calculator, we're going to put the $1,000, and then we're going to divide that by the $13.50. We're going to round that up. So we know now we have to sell 75 of these lace glues for this example in order to reach our profit goal, right? So let's just check our math just to see if we are correct. So say for example, we know we need to sell 75. So we're going to put 75, and then we're going to times it by how much our product is, $21.99. It gives us $1,649.25. We know what I put right here. So that's $1,649.25. Now we need to know how much is 75 products going to be that we have to purchase if we did go that route, right? We're going to do $8.49 times 75. It's $636.75. That's how much we would need in order to pay our vendor, so that way we can get the $1,000 profit, right? So if we want to do that, we're going to take that 636 and we're going to minus it by our gross, how much we know we're going to make after we do that, $1,649.25, and that's going to give us a profit of $1,012.50, y'all. All you have to do is sell 75 glues, and you can take that example and use it for whatever you need it to be, whether it's for your skincare, hair care, wigs, whatever kind of business you got and you want to use this pricing, and definitely do so. And you can also play with the numbers too as well. If you want to make more than $1,000, or if you want to make even less than $1,000, that's totally fine as well. What you're going to do is you're going to take your goal amount, calculate how much you're going to be having for your profit. So you're going to take your goal amount divided by your profit amount, and that's going to give you the amount of products that you need to sell in order to hit your goal. Don't do it in gross. Don't do it by the number that is the end goal, because it will throw you off a bit. The easiest way for me is just to take your goal amount on how much you want to make in profit divided by the amount that you want to make in profit, and then you will get the amount of products that you need to sell in order to hit your goal each and every month. And how you will hit your goal is you're going to be marketing, of course, on social media, word of mouth, just really getting the word out about your business and converting those sales. If you want a detailed video on the different ways that you can market and the ways that I have marketed that has allowed me to make thousands of dollars a month, just let me know down in the comment section down below, and I will definitely make a video on that. But this is the end of this video, you guys. I am so grateful and thankful that you guys watched my other two videos that were the price your wigs and also just the price, I believe it was your price your hair extensions video. I will leave those videos in the description box below too. If you guys are in the hair industry and you need a detailed version on how to, price your wigs or your hair extensions, it's pretty much the same process, but I do go into detail about a few other things too that you need to make sure that you have when you are pricing your products. Oh, and another thing too, I know you guys were like, okay, why didn't you add in the shipping? Now that is totally up to you. If you want to add the shipping into your pricing, that's on you. Do what you want to do. Me, on the other hand, I do just tend to discount the shipping on my Shopify, because Shopify does give me a discount. What the Shopify gives me a discount that is pretty much the same amount that I give with my customers. You can also, if you do have Shopify or any other platform, just allow it to self-generate their shipping costs based off of their area. Or if you want to do, like, say for example, they order a certain amount and you want to offer free shipping at that time, you can definitely do that. It's a lot of different ways that you can just alleviate that shipping for your customers. But if not, that's totally fine. People, if they want your products, they're gonna pay the shipping, as long as it's not like a crazy high amount. But if it's something that is luxury, or just something that they really, really want, and just depending on how you position yourself in your marketing, it will sell. Do not worry about whether your prices are too high or too low. Like, well, definitely worry about if it's too low, but if it's too high, don't really put too much pressure on yourself. You got this. You got this, girl. We got to get this money, okay? But this is the end of this video. I will catch you guys in the next one.